Hey guys, Rydek from Rogue Sheep Gaming here, bringing you an achievement guide in Halo Anniversary. This is going to be the He's Unstoppable achievement. Now, regarding this achievement, this is kind of a combination run of my own and another YouTuber, RC Master. And here we go. Here's the achievement. It's to complete any level on heroic difficulty or higher without taking health damage. Now, the big thing to this level will be the bandana skull. So as we can see here, Pillar of Autumn, heroic, and of course, like I said, the bandana skull is on, and that will pretty much make life a whole hell of a lot easier. I'm pretty sure that infinite grenades would make life a lot easier for everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and skip the cutscenes in the interest of time. Now for this first part, you're just pretty much going to be running through. There's no real danger of losing health here. Unless you get stuck on a marine maybe, or something crazy happens, like you run out in front of a grenade. I've actually had that happen before. And go ahead and make this little jump here. Now you can actually take health damage if you're close enough to that explosion when it does happen, so kind of stay back a little bit. Make your way through the first area. Trying not to get any damage here. Go ahead and hop over this marine. As I was saying, this is kind of a part of RC Master's speed run that he did on Legendary All Skulls On, which very difficult in the first Halo with all the skulls on. That's very difficult. And we're gonna go ahead and skip this cutscene again in the interest of time, like I was saying before.
I don't keep it loaded, son.
Then why even have it if you don't keep it loaded? That does never ever made sense to me. Alright, so as soon as we get our gun here. Oh, don't, no, okay. Oh, jeez. Jeez, that would have been horrible. Alright, so pretty much the key to not getting health damage is just stand back and use your pistol to sort of snipe and just throw lots of grenades. Now the one thing that I'm going to stress right here is do not do this on Legendary. This little maneuver I'm doing right here, sort of rushing to the back here, because then all the enemies get flooded pretty much right in front of you, and you get sort of the open flank kills. There's going to be 4 elites in this room, so go ahead and make sure that you deal with all those. And usually the last enemy alive will fall back into this area, which I kind of have covered right here. Now there's going to be an elite that just sort of popped out right there. I had no idea he was hiding in that little back room. Almost got me killed. So I'm going to go ahead and back off, let my shields charge up, and throw a grenade here. Sticky grenades are devastating in this game. I completely forgot about that until I started playing the campaign again through. Gonna go ahead and trade off for a plasma pistol because that's way more useful than the assault rifle. Oh, fail. Go ahead and box you in, you ain't going anywhere. Red Elite's a little tougher than I remember in the updated Anniversary Edition. So now in this area we're going to be coming up on a couple overshields. Definitely choose frag grenades and just go ahead and start spamming those grenades in this hole. Keep them suppressed and hopefully get a couple of clean headshots. And now we have the OSs. There's 2 overshields in here. So if you do take damage in the next couple of rooms, you can always just kind of come back and grab the other one. I mean, caution is always the best bet, especially if you're trying to not take health damage. Get stuck on a marine there. Usually there's an elite in here, so that's kind of why I had the momentary pause, like, what? Where's that elite? But I guess he didn't spawn or something. I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and flank these next set of troops, and I definitely recommend just sticking and not just trying to throw randomly, because if you overshoot, the enemies can just sidestep the grenades, and if you get them to jump through and they actually jump through into that doorway, they will charge you. And especially if you're not ready for them, like I didn't reload, so I would have only had like 4 or 5 rounds to shoot if a elite would have came charging down, and that would have been very bad. But as you can see here, I do have a full OS. I just took a little damage though. Kind of do the death dance with this little elite here. Come on, come on. Oh, Marines got him. Just keep moving through here and just be very cautious. I notice how the grunts can pull the trigger a hell of a lot faster than you can, even if you have an auto-fire controller. Just seems rather difficult. Or not difficult, weird. Whatever. Anyway, we'll go ahead and toss some frag grenades, sort of get that splatter damage. Or splash damage, splatter. Play a multiplayer again. Now here I definitely suggest with these elites and the grunt packs, I definitely suggest just lobbing grenades. And if they do charge, just sort of retreat back in the general area. I was retreating, sort of using this sort of hydraulic arm, or hydraulic shock if you would, for cover. Also want to make sure that you just take your time. I mean, that's kind of the big caveat of not losing health, is just sort of taking your time and just sort of picking your shots off, sort of giving your Marines support. Sometimes they're good for bullet sponges. Now with here, my suggestion is to definitely try to kill the elite first, and then try to push up. There's going to be an elite in this doorway right here, and I didn't realize that he was going to come running up on me. But, you want to definitely try to rush that front area, because if you don't, if you wait too long, this elite that I'm killing right here, he will like flank you. Like, I didn't show it, but there's a doorway on your immediate right when you do enter that set of rooms, and he will flank you. And now we're into the funnest room of the game. This is probably one of the hardest ones to not take health damage on, because there's just so many guys shooting you from all different angles. But go ahead and do the method I'm doing right here, just plasma pistol and handgun, and sort of just rinse and repeat that. Usually there's an elite in there, that's what I was kind of waiting for, but then I got zapped from somewhere. I have no idea where that came from. I think it was maybe the wall absorbed it, and I kind of caught the backsplash of it, but sort of scared me. Thought that I had to reset right there, but lucky enough I just said, oh well, I'm just going to continue recording. And then right there, I didn't know if any of you guys were actually watching, but a Marine just got stuck and then charged into the group of elites and kind of suicided himself for me, so I was able to actually clear that area up pretty nicely. And still moving on through the last portion of the ship here, we're going to go into some tunnels after this section. And right here there's going to be some grunts actually in the darkness kind of, so make sure you definitely use that flashlight and kind of spam those grenades. Just try to get a lucky stick, and they usually pair up. Then you're able to get both of them. Going to be some guys down this hallway, and I believe that there should be an elite somewhere. I believe, yeah, there he is. I believe, yeah, I'm fairly mistaken that these enemies are just spawning in late, or if I'm just running a little faster than the game is. And then I get to this point and I'm like, yeah, I'm actually running faster than the game is, because at that point in time the escape pod should already be shooting off. So yeah, it's kind of different when you're not necessarily trying to speed run. You're just trying to be efficient at killing and sort of moving quickly throughout room to room. The one thing about these tunnels that you have to also remember is definitely check every corner. Not necessarily in this first set of tunnels, but definitely in the next set, because there is grunts that they don't necessarily react when they first see you. So they kind of want you to maybe slip past them or not notice them, and they very well sometimes blend in, because you can see on the walls that there's sort of this gray and red scheme. Well, that's what they appear, is gray and red. I mean, their armor's red. I mean, the yellow ones don't really stick out because of shadows. And it's not good when an elite just starts, or not an elite, but a grunt just starts lighting you up from behind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, definitely want to stand in the doorways and make sure the door stays open. Don't sort of throw the grenade and walk back, because the door sometimes closes and it will trap the grenade inside there with you. And make sure you can back up. That's another key element, is being able to move freely. Sometimes those doors, and right here I kind of hope to I was hoping really bad that I was in the right spot to sort of dart in that doorway. There's many a times when I was preparing this one that I actually could not get through this doorway, and it just sort of like got me stuck there, and I ended up taking health damage, and it had, you know, I had to reset. But it was just one of those things where it's kind of like the first generation of Call of Duty games, where you get stuck on literally everything, like a pop can hanging off the counter. You get stuck on it, and it ends up costing you your life, or you get shot or grenaded or whatnot. But continuing on, I said I should have said this before, the method that I've used for the longest time, especially on Halo anyway, is just the method that I'm using right now, the plasma pistol and regular pistol combination, just to take down the shields quickly and then get off that headshot. I mean, if you find you're getting bogged down by the elites, or if, you know, they're sort of you know, rushing you or ganging up on you, we're trying to get this achievement, just sort of, you know, just hit one with the plasma pistol and then take him down, and then kind of run back and continue on with that. I mean, it's just like I said, it's just a rinse and repeat method where you can keep, you know, sort of space between you, because if you zap them, usually they'll dive away, or they'll do the growl where they'll bend down. And there's, like I said, the little grunt doesn't even react to me like right at first. He's just trying to blend in, like, oh, I'm a ninja, I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, yeah, get shot in the head. Now in this engagement, you can pretty much just stick one of the elites, or just place a well-placed plasma grenade, and usually get the whole group of enemies here, and you'll have some Marine reinforcements on the left.
The cavalry has arrived.
Pretty much getting close to one of my favorite parts of the game, actually. I remember this the first time that I was playing this game, sort of running through this, and I remember I only used the plasma grenade, and I was just like, oh, maybe they didn't have time to break out the regular grenades because they didn't want to put holes in the ship or whatnot. And there's going to be a group of guys here. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I was sort of just rushing in there, and I didn't realize there was a group of grunts just pretty much running at me. There's going to be a red elite there, and I'm going to go ahead and get the stick on him. Lucky stick between the deployable cover and the wall there. I'm going to go ahead and just beat this guy down. But yeah, here it is, my favorite part. You just walk up to this, and it's literally infinite grenades for a few seconds. It's like they gave you the bandana skull earlier. Maybe they got the bandana skull from this exact point, but I mean, when you got to that point at the very first, it was so fun, because you had so many grenades, and there were so many enemies, just seeing them all. And that's gonna actually wrap this up. We're gonna go ahead and skip this final cutscene. And there you go, guys. That's the achievement. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and as always, like and subscribe, and hope you find this helpful. This is Rydex signing out. Rogue Sheep Gaming, yo.